when they tell you, get your head down. I will tell you.